Well, it's funny you mentioned inside jokes because that became kind of one of our main notes is, it's too Hollywoody, or it's, we would constantly have to make this pivot to not make so many Hollywood references and keep it universal and about Riley.
Hi, I'm Ana Manso from Malditos Nerds in Argentina. Congratulations, guys, on the show. It is so short, yet so effective and fun and poignant. So I wanted to ask you, how did you choose this mockumentary style and this Hollywood setting for it?
Well, we were just diving into the world of Inside Out. Their Dream Productions is in the first film, and Pete Docter and Mike Jones, who's our series director, had the idea to go in even further. There's so much to explore within that world of a studio. And then it felt like we were making this workplace comedy, the mockumentary style lent itself to exploring even more, something we haven't been able to do at Pixar. So we were inspired by a lot of mockumentary style shows that we all know and love. And bringing that sense of humor and trying something new at Pixar really was exciting for us.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's a very popular style and you've done it so well. I mean, you just capture it. And you're directors directing a story about directors. I mean, so what does it mean for you, and were there any inside jokes?
Well, it's funny you mentioned inside jokes because that became kind of one of our main notes is, it's too Hollywoody, or it's, we would constantly have to make this pivot to not make so many Hollywood references and keep it universal and about Riley. But as far as the dreams themselves, it was just a blast. I think we got to direct some of our favorite genres. Val loves musicals and got to do our big opening musical numbers. And I'm sort of a horror action Sam Raimi fan, so got to do some of those homages in episode 3. So I think it was just fun to...
Yeah, and I think like the show overall, the idea that, they're making movies and it does parallel why we tell stories, why we make movies. And how we feel like, what are we saying with this? We're entertaining, but we also, especially at Pixar, we want to have a little bit of a bigger impact. We want to have an emotional resonance behind our stories, and that's like what Paul and Zenny are doing. Everybody's trying to make a great dream for Riley that helps her. No one's trying to do anything bad for her, and they care so much about it. They want it to be the best quality, and they want it to really help her. And I think there is definitely an interesting parallel happening there in our process. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you relate with any of the characters?
I think I relate to all of them at some point.
Yeah, at different moments,
story.
Right?
Yeah, they're all there to serve Riley and do what they feel is the best thing for her. And so I think we all play with moments in our heads. Should we do this or should we do this? Should we just be carefree or should we feel a little bit more guarded about something? And
yeah, I was thinking how Paul and Zenny, it's kind of funny, they're like two sides of ourselves. I think a lot of us went to art school or film school, and we have this sort of like Zenny indie side of us that knows all the obscure film references and art references, and then there's the Paul side of us that makes movies that's like, I do just want to make a movie that's fun and that everybody relates to, and they're always in conflict, so it's sort of funny how the characters parallel a lot of us in our own internal sense of selves.
Yeah, I bet so. And you were producing the series at the same time that Inside Out 2 was producing. So was there any teamwork with the movie team?
Yeah, we started about the same time as they did, actually. So early on, we talked about sharing assets. So we built a lot of the characters and the sets that are in the Dream Studios, but then we borrowed from them some human characters, and so that was an overlap of being able to collaborate and share assets that way. And then really we just wanted to make sure we were telling different stories, so we would be able to watch each other's shows along the way and didn't want overlap.
There's a lot of fun. I mean, we would build things and then our story would change and we wouldn't need it. And they're like, can we use that?
Yeah, they used some of our sets that we
benefited from. And they made last minute adds to the film that was things that we decided not to use. Mm-hmm. And so that was great. And I think it was also fun to see, as they developed their story in the movie, Riley's 13 in Inside Out 2, and in our show she's 12. So I feel like there's always a checkpointing of like, well, is she ready for that? Or is she emotionally, where's she at with her friends, or where she's at? And so, and I think I felt like our show, what was great was we landed in a nice space with her going to a dance, and it felt like this little step
in
into
time.
tweendom, into being a teenager that she's more of when you get to the film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great inflection point. So thank you guys so much for your time, and hope to see you next time. And well, enjoy the show when it airs, because you're gonna get so much praise.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you so
so
much.
much.